Hi everyone, it's Chelsea from Personal Touch Scrapbooking, and I know I haven't done any videos in a while. That's kind of my goal for 2014 is to get back into doing some videos. So I'm going to be trying to do some different technique videos, just playing around. This year I really want to expand my own product knowledge and techniques and those kind of things that I really enjoy. So today I'm going to be playing in my art journal. This is a Dilutions art journal and it's the large size. But I might other times be using tags or cards or something like that. I'm not going to commit to one style because I like to switch it up. But I do want to once a week get messy with some techniques and try out some different things. So today I'm going to be showing you some different ways to use Inka Gold. This is a really cool product. It is a wax-based product. I think the largest ingredient in it is beeswax, and I think there's maybe 18 or more colors in the line, but they are just creamy and super pigmented, shiny metallic colors. You can get this large size, or there's this smaller trial size, which is kind of nice if you're just wanting to try this out for the first time and you don't want to commit to like this big jar, because they do last pretty much forever. I've had some of my jars for a couple years and they still work good and they're not empty yet, even though I've used them for classes and lots of different projects and stuff. So you can use this many different ways. You can just take it straight out of the pan and start rubbing it on with your fingers. It's really nice over embossed areas if you kind of dry emboss something. That works really well, and then you just run this over the textured part to highlight. Two of my favorite colors here, purple and teal. And you see it's quite dry, like it's not runny or anything because it's a wax base. But once you have the color down, I'm just going to grab a paper towel, and then you can go over top and kind of burnish it, and that just makes it super shiny. So there's lots of different surfaces you can use this on. You can put it on top of paper mache boxes, looks really nice. There's a whole host of different things. I find it works best on porous surfaces. I'm pretty sure you can use it on like metal, wood, cardboard, paper, ceramic, canvas, polymer clay. And so it looks like mostly porous things, which I would recommend. I've tried using it on metal and it will kind of stick, but probably not as great as you want to. If you put it on and then sealed it with something, that'd probably be the best. But so you can put it on just like that, where you're just taking colors and rubbing it on with your fingers. This is like a pearl color. So you can lighten the colors also by putting this, what is this? Platinum over top. It's kind of like a white pearlish color, which is really nice. This one is green yellow. And some of mine are getting a little dry. I've had them for quite a long time, and eventually the moisture in them just kind of evaporates. So what you can do is just give it a couple mists like that of water, and then let that sit for a few hours or whatever until it's absorbed. Depends how much water you put in it. The only thing I will tell you is make sure you use bottled water or any kind of filtered water, because I have used tap water in some of mine and they get moldy. It's really gross. You pull off the lid and the top is all fuzzy and it smells horrible. So it doesn't ruin it really, then it just kind of smells. So, and these are opaque colors, as you can see. The other thing that I think is really cool is that they will mix down with water, which means I can throw these colors on here. Oh, maybe maybe put some blue in there. It's a nice dark blue. That one is steel blue. And then you can mist it with water. And you can see how they start to wick and move. Well, I'm going to take my fingers. I would probably tip the book over and smush it on the craft sheet, but it's kind of awkward. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'll just give it a little bit more water. Hopefully I can stay in frame. Flip it over here. And then I'm just kind of pushing really hard and smushing it around on my craft sheet. So that's what it looks like so far. You can see I still have some pretty big chunks. And then there's all that beautiful stuff on my craft sheet. So I'm just gonna give it some more water to break up all those waxes. Put it back on my craft sheet, and I'm just gonna keep pressing it, dragging it around, keep smushing it. Oh, that's looking good. Add a little bit more water to that green. The green was drier, so it's not wanting to really break up there. I'm just gonna kind of try and break it up with my finger. Oh, that looks nice too. I'm just kind of dumping it downwards. Oh, I like that. So I think I might just add a little bit more color over on that side, and then it's good. Yeah, that's looking really good. Kind of lost that little streak I had going there. So. Oh, I like it. I like it, I like it. So I'm just gonna set that aside while I clean up my mess here. Okay, so this side is pretty much dry, and I'm hoping you can see the wonderful color and the wonderful shine. I know the camera never picks up the texture and the color that you see in person, but it is really vibrant and gorgeous. So on this other side here, I wanted to show you something else that I just discovered this year playing around with the Inka Golds. I'm going to use a stamp. This is from Close to My Heart, Love Blooms. And I'm just going to stamp it in archival ink. And then stamp it up the side of this page. Alright, so that's all stamped in archival ink, and you want to use any kind of ink that is waterproof. So archival, stays on, something like that. And then I'm going to take a water brush. This is a Close to My Heart water brush. I also have the Tim Holtz ones here. So I'm just going to start playing and see kind of what comes of that. I have rose pink, which is really nice. And then I think maybe a gold would be nice in there. There's a couple different golds. This one is just pure gold. I also have old gold, which is just a little bit darker. So I'm just going to get my water brush going so it's wet. And same thing for when you're using a water brush. You want the water inside to be filtered or bottled water or something. If you use tap water, then wherever your water brush touches the Inka Gold, it's gonna eventually start growing there. So you'll open up your container and you'll have a big patch of mold right there. So if you don't want to use filtered water in your brush, then what you want to do is just take a little scoop of this, put it on your craft mat, and use it from there. And then just make sure you don't put any extras of that back in the container. So I'm just going to go straight in, moisten up that gold. And I'm not paying attention to the lines. You could be very careful and stay inside those lines. I'm not being, because that just takes too much time. So I'm just going to throw some pink down. I will maybe show that to you on another. I'll try and stay more in the lines, show you what that looks like. Okay, and then throw some purple. So I'm not going for a real perfect look here. I'm going for a more messy, artistic kind of look to it, because that's going to be the kind of look of my whole page. All splattery and whatnot. I just wanted the kind of subtle outline. You could also go and put your Inka Gold down first, dry it, and then stamp over top if you want your lines to be more crisp. Okay, so here are my painted in flowers. Hopefully you can see that shine. Nice and shiny. Kind of watercolor looking. I think what I will do is just put some along the top and then see if I can get it to run down. And I'm taking my palette knife again and going straight from the container onto the page. Now I want to add some more color in here. I think I might use my large Tim Holtz water brush to kind of get a nice watery background. I got some gold here because I kind of missed adding the gold. So I'm going to just use that to fill in here and there, add some gold pops. I might even add some chunks of gold. We'll see. Okay, here's my finished page. I dried it all up, and then this is still wet, but I used this acrylic. It's a fluid acrylic, or it's acrylic ink, something like that. It's permanent when dry. So I just used the tip of it to write out the quote. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. And of writing perfectly, apparently. Because there's a few spots that are a little thick. I love the thin ends you can get with it, but I'm still learning to kind of write with this end and how to control the flow of ink coming out of there. There's probably a better way to do it, but that's what it's all about. Playing and learning new things and enjoying all the mediums that I already own instead of buying new stuff. So there's a place for buying new stuff, but it's nice to be able to use what you have on hand as well. So thank you for joining me for my first Friday video. Please check out my Facebook page and my blog, and hopefully I will see you back here next Friday with another video. Bye!